Hi, this is James Malinchak, featured on ABC's hit TV show Secret Millionaire. And I am so excited because today I get to interview my friend Jennifer Hughes. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you. So good to be here.
So good to have you. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, I appreciate you having me.
So someone's watching and they say, who is Jennifer and what does she do? What would you say?
Well, I mean, I'm Jennifer. I think we covered that. I'm from Gilbert, Arizona, and I love to help people to choose happy. I love to help them to, I'm certified as a coach, a million times over, and I have written a couple of books, and that's it's really all about helping people to be more happy so that they can increase their happiness, strengthen their relationships, and achieve their dreams. It's so important.
And first of all, I love it, but I'm curious why focusing on helping people choose better happiness. Why are you so passionate about that particular focus?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I started out about a decade ago, 12 years maybe. I struggled myself. I was really unhappy. I felt like I was maybe at the bottom of a deep, dark well. I felt like I'd never be happy again. And I just knew this had to stop. I had to figure out the way. And I researched and I read and I learned and I did everything I could figure out. And I tried and experimented. And I finally found what worked. And I found that it's a skill set. I found that it's principles that always work. And then, I taught a college class for about 8 years. And those, they would come in, these college students would come in, 95% of them would tell me they're just so unhappy. They're so stressed out. And that made me so sad. These were my students that I loved. And it's just so common. Where I was, so many people are there now. I mean, even polls are done, and Americans and even globally, people are less happy than they have ever been. So it's just so important. It changes every part of your life when you can just do those skills that help you to just be more happy, to be less miserable, you know? And sometimes people choose the wrong thing without realizing it.
Yeah, I think also that a common belief when you're going through that stage is that, oh, I'm the only one. It's just me that feels this way. Like, why am I the, silo, the lone wolf that feels unhappy? Everyone else seems to be happy. And that's, I think, especially with social media today.
Yes.
Everyone's happy on social media. Everyone's successful. Nobody screws up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in addition to that, do you see other common challenges with folks that you work with who, in addition to thinking, well, I'm the only one, there's some other common things that people often think, and therefore it kind of holds them back from creating happiness?
Definitely. It's a lot of the same things that hold people back. And some of the things people are struggling with is they're just perfectionists. They think they have to get it right.
I have a friend who says, I'm a recovering perfectionist.
And you'll always be recovering.
Yeah.
They're really hard on themselves. They might be fighting with their spouse or their kids. They might just really not have confidence in themselves. They might really, they might be people pleasers. This is a big one where they just feel like they have to make other people happy and they can't be true to themselves. So I'm helping them to increase that confidence, to have more confidence in their own abilities to stand up for themselves, to increase their, to have more happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction, and just feel great about themselves, which also, it helps every part of their life, but it also really helps with their relationships too.
Do you think another challenge with folks is they are always putting others first and don't actually focus on their own needs or goals?
Absolutely. This is a big one. I work with a lot of moms too, and this is textbook
Put
mom.
the family first, the husband first.
And then they have that mom guilt, to make sure that they know they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
So they're and they might even just have that belief that they just aren't enough. This is such a big one.
Maybe.
They're not worthy. They're not, they're not enough, or they're not, insert any adjective. Not skinny enough, not pretty enough, not young enough, not anything, and it just, that's something I'm so passionate in helping people do because it's changed my life. It's helped me in my own life in so many powerful ways.
What I love about what you do is you didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to go read some books and teach people this. You actually went through it
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And I always say, look, I don't care what anybody's degrees are or certification. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is, have you gone through the path that I am going through?
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm going through because you went through it? Or are you just reading blog posts about it and coming up with ideas on how to help me?
Right.
And I think that is something that makes you different.
Yes.
You openly admit, hey, I went through this dark period in my life where I was unhappy.
Yeah.
And what I love is that you lived it, you learned from it,
Yeah.
and now you're turning around and passing it on. So in addition to that, what else do you think makes you unique from others that someone could work with and coach with?
Right. Well, I mean, like you said, I learned it the hard way,
School of hard knocks.
That's right. So you can learn a lot from your own experiences, but you can learn even more from somebody else's experiences.
Oh, I always say experience is not the best teacher. Other people's experience is the best teacher.
Exactly.
Experience is an expensive teacher if you're trying to
Yes.
figure it out.
Exactly.
So learn from somebody like you who's been there, done that, and
Yeah.
is now passing it on.
Yes. Don't jump into the well. You don't
yeah.
have to jump in there to know what it's like to know how to get out. I got out. I know the way.
Yeah.
And it works every time if you just, you just work the principles and the principles work.
I always say, look, if I had to walk through a minefield, I always use this analogy, to go from one side to the other. I ask people all the time, what's the number one thing you would want? And I'll get all these random answers. And I'll say, the number one thing I want is a guide who's already walked through the field.
Right.
And can take me by the hand and say, hey, step here.
Yes.
Don't step here. Watch out. Jump over here. Don't step in this puddle. Go here. And boom, navigates me, takes me through.
That's exactly.
Versus me trying to wonder and where do I step? And then I freeze and I don't even try.
Exactly.
And that's what you do for folks.
Yes.
You take them by the hand, you guide them, you walk them through. The other thing I think that makes you different that I love is you understand that not everybody is one size fits all.
Yes.
There are a lot of folks out there that just kind of pass a process. Here, everybody fit under my process, right? And what you do that makes you so different is you understand everybody's unique.
Yes.
Everyone has a specialness. Everyone has different stuck points, if you will, where they're stuck. And you come in and you say, hey, you're an individual. We're going to figure out your needs, your wants, what the blockages are. We're going to figure out what's important for you. And we're going to lay out a unique path for you. We're not giving you this cookie cutter thing.
Exactly. And I've put together this, crazy conglomeration of my life's experiences and, positive psychology, cognitive behavioral therapy, neuroscience, and the success principles. I'm certified through Jack Canfield to teach those. And
a lot of different techniques to use to speed up the process for people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I put them all together and I just teach what works.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Teach what works. Don't teach what doesn't work.
That's right. And when it comes to happiness, people want what works.
Yeah, sign me up.
That's right.
Someone's watching and they're thinking of, I really like what I'm hearing from Jennifer. And you know what? I think I might want to work with her. I want you to look at that person and what would you tell that person?
Well, first of all, they're obviously a genius.
I love the confidence.
That's right. What I would say is happiness is a skill set and it's available to everyone. It's available to anyone and everyone, and you can do it. And you can do it right now. It's just, you just follow the path. You just do the skills. And, but it is, customized to you. So I take your happiness very seriously because everyone deserves to be happy, especially you.
Jennifer Hughes, amazing.
Thank you.
The queen of happiness.
Yep. The happiness coach.
I'm James Malinchak. Thanks so much for watching me and the Happiness Coach.
Thank you.